very happy to be here to introduce our two female leadership and career enhancement programs, Audiovisual Women and Serious Women. Thanks to the Creative Europe Desk Germany for organizing this and for inviting us. Yes, I will now present Audiovisual Women and Serious Women. They are two distinct programs under the umbrella of the Creative Europe Media Funded project Next Steps. Some of you may have already heard of Serious Women because we had a first round in 2021, but we're now expanding, and Audiovisual Women is a brand new program. We have developed the programs because firstly, we feel that, and the numbers also show that gender equality is actually not yet achieved in the industry, not by far. So we think that it's still quite necessary to support and empower women or everybody who identifies as a woman. And we noticed that especially during the pandemic, people were still looking for connection more than ever. And these programs are a lot about connection and building networks. So that is it. So just a few words on the Erich Pommer Institute for those who don't know us. We are one of Germany and Europe's leading training provider. We are funded in 1998, so we have more than 20 years of experience and have really built an extensive international network in that time. We already have valuable experience with female leadership programs in the German-speaking market with several programs, and of course, the first edition of Serious Women last year. But we are really happy to now take it to the next level with these two programs. So the goals of the program, what are they? Firstly, it's the enhancement of skills and competences for the participants, meaning that we will equip them with the right tools and methods to master current industry challenges, to develop innovative business models, embrace the opportunities of digitization, and in the end, really increase the competitiveness of the European audiovisual sector. Representation and diversity is, of course, another key aspect of both programs. By giving the women access to industry players, exclusive pitching opportunities, but also through the topics covered in our trainings, such as self-marketing, we empower them and gain more visibility and industry exposure. In order to not only do that at an individual level, the programs will include the hiring managers of the participants' companies. They will receive a dedicated gender equality and diversity management training, which really aims for a more systemic change as well, to enable change at a larger scale. So we are tackling this really from two sides. The topic of sustainable business development is also important, and we not only mean sustainability in the environmental sense, which we will address in the content, it is also reflected in our formats, but really also on an entrepreneurial level, because we want to help the women create companies that can sustain their success in the long run by adapting to current industry changes. And we think actually both must go hand in hand in the future, because there is no sustainable business development without environmentally friendly practices. Last but not least, an essential part of the programs is building of professional networks. So the participants of the programs will not only be able to network amongst the participants of their own groups, but also with industry experts, with trainers, with mentors, and of course with the participants of the other program. And of course, in the end, we want to also connect participants from previous editions with those who are just starting to, even build a bigger network in the end. And this is a very highly interdisciplinary exchange, and they are able to maybe work together on projects in the end, just generally support each other to gain more business opportunities and visibility in the long run. So yes, firstly, I'm describing a bit more what Audiovisual Women is, because this is actually very exciting because we have just launched today. So yeah, this is our brand new program. And it is meant to equip female professionals in management positions with the necessary skills and tools to drive innovation and change, and to become a better leader and entrepreneur, Yes, and unique to this program is that it's very interdisciplinary because we are welcoming women from across the whole value chain. So they can be cinema managers, sales managers, funding executives, commissioning editors, entertainment lawyers, and these are just a few, of course. And yes, the hiring managers are, of course, also included in one element of the program and in the dedicated gender equality and diversity management training. So the application is now open, or maybe within the next few days, because we're still working on the final application form. So please stay tuned for that. The deadline for submission is in September, on September 5th, and the program will then start in October 2022 and end in March of 2023. The selection process will be based on the professional profile of the applicants, their experience and motivations, but we will also factor in the group composition because we really want to make the groups as diverse and as international as possible. And in order to allow for a very interactive and intimate experience, we are aiming for 15 participants, not counting the HR managers. In the program, there are various elements. So firstly, there will be live online and on-site trainings. They will receive one-on-one coaching with an experienced business coach. They will have a self-study phase with access to EP's e-trainings and with reading material. And of course, the networking as the big part of the program will be facilitated throughout the program. And again, the hiring managers will be also included in a training. So yes, now to Series Women. As I mentioned, we already had a first edition in 2021, which was a great success. And I'm very happy that Anna is here today and will be able to tell you a bit more about it. She was one of 20 participants and they came from 13 different European countries. They had mentors supporting them, such as Ed Guiney and Thermopoulos, Leontine Petit and Anke Greifeneder. And from what I can tell, and Anna will be able to tell more about this, they are very, very actively still in contact with each other and have really built a network, even though most of the program took place online. So we're really happy to see that. And we really want to continue this. And yeah, our alumni are already achieving great successes, such as an Oscar nomination or invitations to pitching events, for example, at TV Drama Vision in Göteborg. So we are thrilled to now continue this program and have added a few elements to make the program even more comprehensive. So the target group of Series Women is female producers of European drama series. The program aims to teach them the skills to better positioning themselves as well as their projects in a highly competitive market, to improve their understanding of the industry and to gain more business opportunities. What is different to Audiovisual Women is that the participants of Series Women need to bring an unfinished drama series project to the program, and they can bring up to 3. So 1, 2, or 3 are possible. And the hiring managers, again, will receive the dedicated training. So the application for Series Women will open in June, and the deadline will also be in September. And then the program will start in November and end as well in March of 2023. Besides the professional profile, the experience, motivation of the participants, which we will of course factor in, we will also have a look at the international potential and the quality of the projects they are bringing to the program. And of course, group composition is also very important for us here. And we are also aiming for a group of 15 participants, again, not counting the HR managers. The elements for Series Women are somewhat similar, but also with a few additions. So we will have the live online and on-site training. There will be a dedicated module where the participants will receive up-to-date information on the drama series industry from experienced professionals. They will attend important markets in Europe. And they will also be assigned a mentor, a senior industry professional, and will receive one-on-one pitching coaching. The self-study phase is also included here, as well as the networking aspects, and it will be encouraged at events, at industry markets, or at the workshops. So yeah, now I just have some final information. So since we have just launched Audiovisual Women, I can already let you know the fee for it. It's 1,900 euros. The fee for series women will be at the latest announced by the launch of the program in June. And there are scholarships available to allow for a very diverse group. So have a look at our website to find out more. It would be a bit too much to tell it all here. And we always encourage participants to check with the national or regional funding bodies, as we have made really good experience with that. And we are happy to write you a letter if you would need that for your application. Info sessions are also offered within the next few months. The first one for Audiovisual Women will be on June 7th at 6 p.m. And you can register for that on our website. The next info sessions for both programs will be announced soon. So if you want to be updated, just let us know. And finally, I would like to thank the wonderful partners that we have already on board. Of course, our funder, Creative Europe Media, is highly important for the realization of this program. But we also have wonderful partners from the industry on board, such as the European Women's Audiovisual Network, the European Producers Club, Focal, Screen Brussels, Flanders Audiovisual Fund, Series Mania Forum, Women in Film and Television International, and TV Drama Vision at the Göteborg Film Festival. And we are in contact with others. So yes, that will also be published later. And that is the end of my presentation. If you want to be updated on our developments of both programs, feel free to get in touch. My colleague Katarzyna von Matthiesen is responsible for Audiovisual Women. I'm your contact person for Series Women. And yes, I hope to see many of you soon at the programs. Thank you very much.
The experience was brilliant. I'll just start off by saying that. Very positive. And one that continues to be brilliant every day, because I've met an amazing group of strong female producers from all over Europe. We have a WhatsApp group. We're regularly in contact. Lots of us are working together now as well. So yes, so just to say that off the start. And also as well, I think a lot of care went into kind of putting the group of women together in terms of the application process as well, from EPI, because there was women with very different kind of skill sets and different backgrounds, and you know, very kind of diverse in terms of cultures as well. So it was brilliant. Yes, it was in the middle of the pandemic. We were online for all of our kind of sessions, but travel did open up in July of last year. So we did manage to meet at Series Mania in August, which was absolutely fantastic. But at that stage, we had really gotten to know each other as a group anyway through the sessions. In terms of, I suppose, the amount of time that was involved with the course, we had kind of sessions, I think every, and Judith, you may remember this better than me, but I think it was sort of bi-monthly, maybe originally, where we had 2 full day sessions. We were split into 2 groups. There was about 20 of us in total. But we did mix the groups for different sessions, so we did get to meet everybody. So there was modules like negotiations, pitching, etc. And I think one of the reasons, I should have started off by saying this, was one of the reasons I decided to apply for this course was because it kind of is the first course of its kind, especially in Europe, where it's really kind of enhancing female producers. And it's not about learning how to produce, it's more about learning, you know, how to have a successful business, how to kind of plan for the future. But also, obviously, you are applying with projects as well, which you are bringing to market. We got to bring our projects to Series Mania at the end of the program. So there is an element of pitching and coaching as well, but there's the big focus of it really is learning about leadership management. Throughout the program, we did have different facilitators who were kind of I suppose, specializing in different areas. They were business coaches as opposed to people working in the industry. So it was kind of, I suppose, business or leadership on a general level, you know, of business management, etc. But I think one of the things that surprised me was how different it was. I was kind of expecting it to be quite academic, and it really wasn't. It was one of the first tasks, actually, that we were asked to do, was to create our river of life, which at the time when I was asked to do this, I thought, oh my goodness, what is this? And basically it's, you know, kind of looking back at your own career and looking at the ebbs and flows. And it's sort of a moment of taking stock, I guess, of how far you've come and what you've achieved, because it was a great note to start on, actually, because I think we're so busy all the time that we're just focusing on day to day, that it gave us the mindset then to look at that and then kind of look at the overall picture of what our sort of goals are for 5 years or for 10 years down the line. So I found that incredibly inspiring, and it really set the tone for the start of the program. So one of the parts of the program that we did was we did these collegal consultations, which I really wasn't familiar with prior to this, where we would go into breakout rooms and we would kind of pick a few problems that a couple of the attendees were having in their everyday work life. And we would kind of, I suppose, hash it out as a team and try and come up with ways of helping that person to, you know, come up with a plan to fix it. And actually, that's one thing that we have continued outside of the program. We, you know, if someone's having an issue, they put it up on the WhatsApp group and we'll all jump on a Zoom and we'll sit down and chat about it. So that has kind of opened up a great network of problem solving, which has been brilliant.
So we will be combining online and offline workshops. So, for example, in the program Audiovisual Women, the first workshop is offline. We will be announcing where it will take place soon. We're still finding the suitable place for the workshop. The second phase or the second module of the program is a self-learning phase. So this participants can do at their homes whenever they want. It's on demand, so there's no pressure about time and place. And the third module is online, and the last two modules for the participants and also for hiring managers are on site. So we are combining all these three possibilities to organize workshops.
So yes, we will cover certain costs within the participation fee. It's not just for participating in the workshop. Yes, you can find out more soon on our website about that. Yes.
Well, one of the great things about the application was that, you know, you kind of pick, I guess, dream mentors in your mind, like who would you really want to be mentored with? So it gave kind of, I suppose, EPI an idea of who they could pair you with. And I was matched with Robert Franke from ZDF Enterprises, and it really was just amazing. He went over and above with his time. You know, I think it's a certain amount of slots that you get with him, but he went well over that in terms of his time and energy. So that was a really great experience too.
The info session, which will be on June the 7th, and there is a link in the chat to our website for Audiovisual Women, but also for the info session, and you are very welcome to join us for the info session. The first one in June, the second one will be in August, and to ask your questions about the program and the application.
It's actually something you can do while working. Of course, you have to find some time, but it's 5 modules. So 4 of them are for the female participants and 1 is for the hiring managers. And well, we will, in Serious Women, for example, include it at like markets like Serious Mania Forum. So maybe if you were already planning to attend, the workshop will be around that date, but it's absolutely doable while working. I mean, it's not a full master's degree, so yeah, it's manageable.